No Time to Die is a 2021 spy film and the 25th in the James Bond series, produced by Eon Productions. It stars Daniel Craig in his fifth and final outing as the fictional British MI6 agent, James Bond. Léa Seydoux, Rami Malek, Ben Whishaw, Naomie Harris, Jeffrey Wright, Christoph Waltz, and Fiennes all star in the film. In this film, Bond, who has left active service with the MI6, is recruited by the CIA to find a kidnapped scientist, which leads to a showdown with a powerful adversary. No Time to Die is the fifth time that Daniel Craig has played James Bond, and also his final time. Often known as the blonde James Bond, I, like many, were initially very surprised with his casting. As for me, he never really epitomised what Fleming's Bond really looked like. In saying that, though, he brought a realism, a toughness, a true grit to the character that hadn't really been seen before on screen. He looked like he could fight, he looked like he could hold a gun, and I know he did quite a few of the stunts himself, not to mention how hard he worked out for the role. Now, Craig is a very good character actor, and I almost felt he was too strong of an actor for the famed role. But with the new direction the series took, Craig reinvented the role and rebooted the series in his own direction. For his first outing in the role in 2006's Casino Royale, Craig re-established the identity of what it was to be James Bond and made it his own within a modern setting. For me, though, No Time to Die is a good ending to Craig's tenure, and he can be really proud of how he's portrayed Bond over the last 15 years. It is funny with his list of films how the odd-numbered ones have been the strongest. Casino Royale was excellent and still one of my favourite Bond movies ever made, whereas Quantum of Solace was poor and confusing. Skyfall was a great return, and Spectre just failed to impress. But No Time to Die is a very good and most enjoyable Bond movie. I love the subtle references that pay homage to this historic series. Love it or hate it, you have to give Bond his due, and these films have a special place within film history. From the famous music to the opening visuals, to the famous sayings that Bond uses, to the gun barrel sequence at the start of every film. James Bond films have become a part of film mythology and hopefully will endure the test of time. And this film goes a long way to paying respect to that. When you watch a Bond film, you enter a realm of complete and utter escapism. And having grown up a big fan, I've always loved the action sequences and the way Bond carries himself, the suave panache man, and the wonderful locations that the Bond movies take you to. It is pure escapism at its best. Now, this really is a 2021 take on the James Bond character. No more sexist comments, and even his ability to charm every single woman he meets is dropped in favour of a love story, and the realisation that he is now a father. Before watching the movie, I heard a lot of people criticising the fact that a new female Bond had been cast. People were losing their minds over the fact that it could be a Jane Bond instead of a James Bond. Of course, though, when you watch the movie, you realise how cleverly they did this. With Lashana Lynch being cast as Naomie, the new 007, not the new Bond. She takes on the 00 status after Bond retires. One thing, though, I loved was how they carried the story arc throughout the 5 films, never done before in the standalone Bond films. Rami Malek is okay as Lucifer Safin. He is your atypical one-dimensional Bond baddie, and I never really feel the film gives him a chance to shine like he can. He definitely is, though, far more superior than Christoph Waltz's take on Ernst Stavros Blofeld, which I found very disappointing. I enjoyed the rapport between Léa Seydoux's Madeleine Swann and Craig. They really do have a good chemistry, and she brings an honesty to the role, which I enjoyed. It goes without saying, I love the scenery and the different locations, typical to any Bond experience, and the opening sequence and song by Billie Eilish really grew on me. And albeit it's not the best Bond song ever made, it's still most enjoyable. The finale is sad and well done, and I even found myself feeling somewhat emotional as we said our final goodbye to Craig's Bond. And now it'll be very fascinating to see who would get cast next. My one gripe with the film, though, is its running length. It just felt very bloated and drawn out, and I just can't seem to understand why they just couldn't edit some of the scenes down a bit. In saying that, though, No Time to Die is a fitting end to Craig's Bond, and he will surely go down as one of the best actors to play James Bond. No Time to Die gets a 7 out of 10.